Hey guys, welcome to Market Potentials, and in this video we're going to be learning all about IQ Options Singapore and specifically how you can use IQ Option as a preferred broker, especially if you're in Singapore, to trade binary options and make returns of up to 80, even 90% per trade. Yes, I did say every single trade you can earn returns of more than 80%. That's right, guys. Okay, so keep watching, and if you're new to the channel Market Potentials, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, because I do share all of my live trades from time to time. And if you're interested to follow along, learn to trade, and make some amazing returns with me, then hit the subscribe button. All right, with that being said, let's jump into it and make some money. Alright guys, for those of you who are entirely new to the channel and trading in general, the platform that you are looking at on my screen at the moment, this is the IQ Option trading account, and that is what you'll be using with. Alright, if you want to create a free account, check out what the trading interface looks like, the instruments available for trade. A link is down at the bottom of this video. Go ahead, click on it and sign up for a free account, and you then be directed to the same kind of interface that you're looking at on my screen at the moment. All right, I'm going to show you exactly what to do step by step as you set up for the trade, what instruments you're going to use, and how you can actually carry out the trades to make this kind of crazy returns that I just told you about. Okay, now the first thing you want to do is you want to set up your trading platform, right? So you're going to come to the chart here, right? You can either use line or candles if you'd like. I prefer to use the candlesticks, so just use the candlesticks indication. You can choose them to be filled or this kind of empty kind of look. I prefer this. All right, but that's just a personal preference. Go ahead and use what you want. The main thing you want to be selecting are your indicators to trade. Okay, so you should be able to find most of what you're going to be using in this section, the popular section. So it says chart analysis. Now this is basically the technical analysis of executing a trade. Technical analysis is what gives you the idea of the direction of the trade, and it helps you make an informed decision. All right. So what I typically use is the Bollinger Bands. All right, just stick to the default settings. Don't have to mess around with this. Click apply. The next thing you want to do is the Awesome Oscillator. Again, don't mess around with this. Just hit apply. And another one that we want, sorry, it's let's see, MACD. Whoops, not this one. MACD. I'm all over the shop today, the mouse. Okay, MACD. Moving average convergence divergence. Sounds fancy, but again, it's just an indicator. Again, don't mess around with this, just hit apply. Now this is pretty much everything that you would really require. As you can see, technical analysis by itself, it's huge, guys. There's just a whole bunch of other instruments that you can use. I'm just going to stick this on as well. This is the RSI, the relative strength indicator. Again, if you realize that I didn't mess around with any of the settings, the default settings that comes in the platform is more than sufficient. Okay. Now, the next thing you want to be looking at is identifying the currency that you want to trade, and they do have a whole bunch of currencies that you can choose and instruments. As you can see under binary options, you've got a whole bunch of all of this currency. They've got a pretty extensive pair, to be honest, and they're all available in the binary option trading. If you are familiar with forex, well, we have forex as well. Now, forex and binary options are really pretty much the same, guys. With forex, you typically choose an entry point and an exit point, when you buy and sell. With binary option trade, it's limited by time. So basically, you're keeping a trade open. Like you can see this white line here, that's the purchase deadline. You basically choose an amount to trade with, all right, and then you just select higher or lower, and that's it. You don't have to do anything else. The purchase deadline, the white line, and this is the expiration line, is automatically set. Okay, so you make a decision whether it's going to end up being higher or lower between the time you enter the trade here to the time the trade terminates here. All right, so you're just predicting what the outcome would be in 30 seconds in the shortest time frame here. All right, that's pretty much everything it is that you are doing, really. Okay, Now, the main thing is obviously the timing of the trade. It's very, very important to get the timing of the trade right. And I am actually gonna do that. Shucks, looks like it's a little bit slow. I'm not sure whether it got in, probably didn't get in. Sorry about that, but it's okay. Don't know what's wrong with the internet connection. But basically, what I try to do is I try to keep the decision that I make very close to the purchase deadline, alright? So the first thing I'm going to do is choose an amount you're going to trade with. So I've just put in $350 for my first trade. On a successful outcome, I'm going to be pocketing 87% return or ROI on the trade, right? So now this is actually a good time, right? As you're looking at all of this, you're making sense of the indicators. You are making sense of what the trend is, and more importantly, you're also taking into consideration the time of the trade. Okay, it's always fine to just sit out the trade as well, guys. Only trade when you are, you know, pretty confident on the direction of the trade. So now as you can see, it's a downtrend, right? We've got 3 seconds to go and I've entered the trade. I've selected higher. Why? Because as you can see from the indicators here, the chart is significantly weakened, right? So now we are in this trade now, put in $350. As long as the chart ends up being higher than the entry point, then this green part here, we're going to be in the money. That's it, okay? So this is one of the quickest ways in trading personally that I've found, in which you stand to make some significant returns with binary option. This is what it really is. As you can see, just a couple more seconds ago, we should be in the money here. And $304.84. This is exactly how much we made, guys, all right? I just got the sound off, otherwise you should be able to hear a ching, which is really nice to hear. But yeah, basically we put in $350, we made a 87% return, or a $304.84 in profit, okay? In just 30 seconds, okay? The whole duration of the trade was just 30 seconds. And that is pretty much exactly how a binary option trade is done. And as you can see with IQ Option, which is the platform I'm using, it's pretty simple to understand. The indicators are very straightforward. Nothing really, overly complex. It's entirely fine even for a complete beginner to use. Now, the key thing is that, well, you obviously got to learn a little bit about technical analysis. You got to be able to decipher what you are looking at on the screen, right, in order to make a decision, because that is obviously what's going to determine whether or not you're going to be successful with it. And honestly, you can just refer to sites like Investopedia. I'll probably leave a link at the bottom. You can just go and read about technical analysis. I'm obviously going to share a little bit, but it's not something I can, just explain to you over a YouTube video. You gotta be able to understand the basics, the theory, and more importantly, the application. And it's not really that complicated, okay, guys? If you're, if this is the first time you're looking at anything to do with trading, I know exactly what you felt, because that's exactly how I felt when I started about 7 years back in trading. I had no idea what I was doing, all right, which is obviously why I just put my money in and I just lost my first $500 deposit in no time. But I kept at it. Okay, obviously I swore off trading for a bit and then I came back to it. But the point is, I didn't give up. All right, I did never ever give up, and that's exactly why I can trade the way I do trade today. And I'm just able to make a lot more profitable trades and losing trades. Guys, let's get this right. You will make trades that don't turn out the way you want it to, and that's fine as long as you make more profitable trades over the losing ones. You're just going to be profitable overall. That's the entire goal of being a trader, right? Everyone can trade. Not everyone can trade profitably, consistently. That is what you want to be doing. And the key to all of that is in a proper understanding of the instrument you're trading, in this case binary option, and the use of technical indicators. That's really no other secret behind what I'm doing, and it's something you too could do. Now, a quick, basically a quick rundown of the technical indicators. The Bollinger Bands, which you saw, is this here. It just kind of gives you the upper and lower band and the median movement of the chart, okay? So anytime it goes above or below the Bollinger Bands means that it's significant swings, okay? So in this case, for example, let's take this event here when I entered the trade, right? You can see that this significant red drop, so that means the obviously the chart went down, the price of this euro Australian dollar. Guys, at the end of the day, we're still trading the forex pair, okay? This is the forex pair. We're just trading it in a binary option setting. That is it. There's nothing else that's different. So basically, the euro and the Australian dollar forex pair weakened, all right, significantly in this portion here, which meant that it kind of, just hung out above the Bollinger Band. So this is a good sign. It typically means it's a significant reversal, but if you look at the chart a little bit further, you realize that it's not really, it's kind of just trading in the band still, overall big band, all right? So I was pretty sure it was not going to go, significantly crazy and go all the way down. And this was just the time for a rebound. And true enough, it did rebound. It ended up being higher at 30 seconds, right? Which is why we made our money here. To aid this, okay, you can never really make a decision based on a single indicator, which is exactly why I've got 4 indicators here: the Bollinger Bands, Awesome Oscillator, the MACD, and the RSI, Relative Strength Indicator. Now you would attempt to use the indicators in combination, all right? So I take this one here, all right? So this was a good point that I saw, a weakening, which meant that a rebound is in sight, not 100% obviously, but a fair good chance, okay? Now I take that data and I look at the RSI here, for instance. The RSI also, the purple line hit the red line here, as you can see, which means it's severely weakened position, which also means that it's going to, possibility of a rebound is there. So that's two. That's two indicators saying that significant weakness in a very short time, which points to a rebound is in sight. So you would never really, in this kind of quick swings, you never say, hey, it's going to go lower. It may, I'm not saying it can't, but typically it doesn't, all right, from experience. As you trade, as you pick up this experience, you realize what kind of movement is familiar to a forex pair. And this kind of forex pair, the euro and the Australian dollar, they are major forex pairs, okay? So huge swings, I'm not saying it's unheard of, but typically not so much, all right? So if you can look at the 3-hour chart, it's pretty much in just, like a band. It's just always in a band. Major swings up and down is rare, though it does happen. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but these are the kind of factors you want to consider. And obviously you can use the Awesome Oscillator and MACD, but in this case, nothing really significant to point out to this. But this, the Bollinger, the candlestick movement, and the RSI is enough for me to hop into the trade, which is why I put in $350 US dollars into the trade, and we made a $304.84 profit, or ROI, or return on investment, of 87%. Now guys, I want you to ask yourself this: what would a return of 87% mean for you, for your wealth, for the money, for your savings? Guys, we're literally talking about doubling whatever you put in every single trade, okay? Obviously you want to start off a little bit small. With IQ option, you can actually start trading for as low as $10. That's pretty much it, and you can trade, I believe the lowest is just $1 per trade. So if you want to go ahead and try with just putting in $10 and try $1 with your trade, that's fine. That's how you learn. And obviously you want to build up as you go from there. As you can see, 87% returns can truly change your life, okay? The thing about binary options versus forex is that forex is not so straightforward, okay, because you often have to pick an entry point and you have to choose an exit point, right? Like when you want to get out of the trade to book a profit or loss or whatever. And the returns that you make can vary entirely from 1% to, I don't know, maybe 20%. But 87% kind of returns, guys, is well, I wouldn't say it's unheard of, but very, very, very rare in forex. But in binary options trading with IQ options, it's just another day, honestly, and that is one of the reasons why I trade in particular with binary options using IQ options. It's just, it just gives me a lot more better ROI, return of investment, compared to any other forms of trading. So yeah, that hopefully gave you an idea of how I'm using binary option trading, specifically using IQ option as my preferred broker, trading from Singapore today. Now again, guys, this is a live trade. Today is the 27th of January 2021. just past midnight in Singapore. I'm just here for a bit of work, so just doing a quick live video trading as well. I hope you enjoyed the video, and again, if you want to get started trading just like I am, the link is down below. Sign up for your free account. You actually get access to a free demo account if you want to try that out. And once you're ready to start trading with the real stuff, $10, and start it, you're actually trading for yourself. The one thing I want to leave you with is 7 years back when I started trading, I had no idea what I was doing either, but keep at it, guys. Okay, no one was born to be a successful trader, including me, right? But if you keep at it, be persistent, you're motivated to learn, improve, put into systems, risk management, all of that stuff, then making this kind of trades with binary options using IQ options is really not that hard. Okay, so with that, it's a brand new year, 2021. I've not made a video for a while. I hope you enjoyed this. Again, hit the like, subscribe to the channel, and for more trading videos just like this in the future. Take care now. I'll see you sometime soon. Bye.